The clarion call has sounded. The curtain rises. Say goodbye to yourself and embrace the unknown. As I don the many masks of this tale, I challenge you to fully immerse in the story, the mystery, and the terror. Live the fears and hopes, and let your mind wander through the shadows. Uncover the secrets that lie beneath, for the only certainty is the mask you wear. Embrace the transformation, commit to the journey, and let the masks of Nyarlathotep reveal its truths to you.
No luck points were recovered.
Ah, man. What are you sitting at anyways? You're sitting at 71, you're good.
I rolled a literal 5.
I'm so sorry.
Anything that I have any points in, with the exception of what, like 2 things that I have 1 point in?
Yeah.
3 or 4 things that have 1 point, that would have succeeded on.
Well, you'll gain more luck another day, I suppose. Looks like Abigail failed as well. Abigail, you're sitting pretty at 79. I think you got the most. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Well, because I got a bunch last time.
Yeah. And Iris, you are at 86 sand.
God.
Fuck.
I'm just
I thought I was doing good being back above 60.
Move your mic closer to your mouth so we can hear you. Oh, there you go.
I'm just saying this one.
It doesn't make sense because you're like, you know.
But that's why.
Maybe that's why. Yeah, that's keeping you sane. Yeah, okay, I get it. All right, cool.
The normal one.
The normal. I'm so normal. You don't even know.
Well, she's accustomed to the weird, so it doesn't bother her so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think last session. Wait, does anybody doing those journals anymore? If not, we'll just talk about it.
I've been making notes, but I've not been getting to the letters as much.
Okay, you guys let me know when you have something that you want to say, and we'll just play it that way from here on out to bounce back on. So I don't think we did anything significant besides leave Juju House, drag the bodies upstairs, burn everything, run back to the hotel.
Ride.
Drive.
Dirty.
Riding dirty back to the hotel. Checked out some of
I mean,
artifacts.
we do have booze. It's quite dirty.
Yeah. Checked out some of the artifacts and stuff that you took from Makunga Madari. And Abigail is going through some stuff. And several of you tried to talk her around that situation. Eventually leading to some talks on the porch. Patio, and back inside, everybody laid down for bed. Iris pulled out the crazy-looking basket mask thing with faces all over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put it on before bed, as one does, and had
you do wear masks.
That's why I'm so normal.
It makes sense.
It
actually makes sense when I'm thinking about it now. So yeah. Had a vision experience, kind of thing, with Noddins, and got a scar kind of thing on her arm. Kind of looks like a dagger.
I was going to say, what was the scar again? A dagger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I believe you just kind of passed out after that, and that was the end of the session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, before we get into it, going
Did
forward...
she take it off when she passed out, or was she still wearing it when she passed out?
I don't know if we clarified that or not.
So I was curious.
Hey, Abigail, you failed. Did you fail your roll? I remember you were like... you were wanting... Okay, you failed the roll to hear... Yeah, okay.
I was too distracted
Right.
to sleep or hear anything.
Maybe another one to see if you hear her fall on the ground.
Well, that was what it was for, if I remember right. It was for the thud of her falling down.
Over. Yeah.
Because she fell when she put it on because it asphyxiated
Oh, that's
her.
right. She fell the first time.
Yeah.
Fell in the first place.
And I'm just like, whatever.
I'm trying to remember if you said I took it off when the scene was over.
I don't think I did, but it also doesn't matter because it's not asphyxiating you anymore. So,
Okay.
So don't worry about that. I think the plan going forward today was to visit the... Oh my gosh, I forgot, what is his name? Jonah Kensington at the Prospero House, to... Oh, wait, was it Jonah, or was it...
Who's the Tony? Tony was.
Yeah,
looking
you
over-
were... No. Were you wanting to visit Jonah or Carlton Ramsey, the money guy? The
money guy.
The money
to
guy.
get money to go to London.
Okay.
Right?
So that he could arrange our...
Right. Okay.
travel.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, cool. And then you were going to go to the gala at 8.
These are unreasonably good.
Yeah.
Lesser
Costco.
something Spaceballs.
Lesser
Spaceballs.
evil.
Oh.
That's a
Yeah,
good
Lesser
brand.
Evil is the brand. Spaceballs is the name of the product. It's some actual cheese
It's
balls of some kind.
Organic cheese balls.
Yeah.
Mm.
So like
Good.
it's
Good brand.
it's not just like crunched up in your teeth and weird cheesy goop something. Like
Yeah.
they're super crisp and crunchy. I have enjoyed those way too much.
I'll try them. Next
It's a good
time
brand.
I can steal them from you.
Yeah, next time, hopefully they're.
Two bags.
This is what happened last spring. I found another thing that I really, really liked at Costco, and the next time I went back, they were gone.
Oh,
So
man.
hopefully they'll be
so
around.
I was going to say, if I go this weekend, because we're out of some stuff, we'll just
I love Costco.
talk.
Costco.
You'll
All right. So with that...
got a replacement TV there because if you remember, you get like a free 3-year warranty.
Mm.
Just replacement if you like have technical issues.
Just bring it in.
Just built into the price. Anyways,
New
sorry.
TV and a bag of cheese balls, please.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Cool.
Bought a handful of other items, but that was pretty much the deal.
So morning comes around for y'all. Oh, hey, before I continue, I want to double check calendar. It is the morning of the 19th? Yes.
Should be.
Monday?
18th.
So Sunday
I have
the
it.
18th?
I have the 18th.
I
No.
think
19th at 8 p.m.
I think we said that it is actually the 18th. We kind of like skipped.
That's right. We skipped it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I just wanted to double check with you guys before, because I'm going to move it. I forgot to move it, and it's messed me up. So.
Yep.
So marking
Yeah,
off.
it was informal. So.
Yes. Formally, it is the morning of the 19th. So officially, right now, here in the transcription, I can look back and know that it's the 19th because we said it. Okay. Cool. So I got that marked on the calendar now. Oh no.
Where's the calendar?
So you see New York up there? Do you see calendar next to New York?
No.
No? Okay, 1 second. Configure all players show navigation. So you should see it up there at the top.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah. There you go. You just click it and it'll take you right there.
Cool.
And definitely bug me if I forget to move it. So, because this is important.
Bug.
Yeah, bug. So, morning comes around. I'm going to say that, Iris, you have a horrible sleep as you come to in the morning.
I don't even know if I slept at all. I'm probably like, yeah,
And you just kind of
really
like,
out of it.
pull this thing off of you. Yeah.
I like wake up with it in my hand.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
Like what?
Look down at your arm to make sure it wasn't just a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you look down at your arm and you see, like, not a pink red-ish scar or anything like that. You see, like, a white scar. One that's been there for a long time and kind of faded with age kind of deal, and it's not raised or anything. Almost like a skin pigmentation at this point. And you can see that's just the white. Well, it kind of looks like a dagger, but you could also play it off as just a line or something, It's
I was gonna say how detailed, but that kind of answers
yeah,
it.
not that detailed. Yeah.
Interesting.
Fortunately, that cold pain that came with it is, at least for the moment, doesn't seem to be a thing.
Were you were still in like the living room area, right?
I think she went to her room.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm still.
Sure.
Oh.
No, it's whatever you want.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, because I think I just stayed up, and Abigail went to bed, or tried to go to bed, and so I think I stayed up, put the mask on, fell. She couldn't help me, and I just passed out there with it in my hand.
I think we've talked before. Nolan is also an early riser, right?
I think so. I think
Yep.
Nolan probably would be the first one to
I imagine we kind of both are away. You know, we're like drawing straws for who's gonna go make the coffee and. God, yeah, it is Declan.
I was like, who's Nolan?
I
Who
know
did
you
I
missed.
miss?
I did not even notice, so that's bad.
Who's Nolan? Was
His
he another
great
character?
grandson.
Somebody-
Yeah,
Grandson?
I think timeline also would be great.
Uh.
But I think I said grandson on the character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, yeah, one of us would be up first. It would, I would be up very early at least.
I just figured we were like, no, you go make the coffee. No, I'll go make the coffee.
Yeah.
So here,
I
if it's the Kraken, I'll make the coffee.
I personally would want Declan to make the coffee because he's been in the military and they make like oil slick coffee, and that is what I would want.
That's the rich.
Yeah. What you got there on that Kraken?
Well, didn't get the Kraken, so I guess it is indeed Declan's. Declan's day.
Declan finds the K cups and he turns the Keurig on.
What a new contraption!
Slow drip coffee.
Let me get my Chemex out and make some coffee.
In fact, I like that, Declan, because maybe that's what actually rouses Iris into a waking state.
I was just
Right.
figuring one of us would stumble into her as we're crossing. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
What?
Why are you on the floor?
Yeah, I'll gently kick her as I walk by accident and be like, and look, like, you okay? Yeah, you look, yeah. What are you, like
Look at the
squinting?
mask, look at me, look
Yeah,
at the mask, you're like, oh no.
Did you put that on? Did you put that on? Did you cuddle with it?
Oh, like, look. Yeah, I put it on, and I thought it was a dream. I don't know what it was. I don't know detail by detail, but I'll repeat exactly everything that I saw, and look down at my arm and see the scar, show him the scar, and be like, but it's real.
And it looks like a fresh scar to me.
No, it looks like an old scar. Like I said, it's literally white. Like it's been a long time. That's what it looks like.
Huh.
Wait, am I the only one that has those? Do you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you're talking about.
Mine-
Yeah. No,
Mine go like dark, like tan.
Oh, interesting.
On my
Mine depends on
pale
where they
skin.
are. Like,
Yeah.
I've got one back here that's white, and some of my really old ones are white, but like my newer ones are very, very pink.
So I think it has to do. This is me. I'm gonna explain, but I don't know for sure. I think it has to do with the very fine cuts, like with scalpels or like cat's claws and stuff. Like they often leave those very fine white lines in you.
Surgery, shit
surgeries,
like that.
Like sutures.
yeah, sutures. But if you get
burns,
actually like
children's scratches,
Right.
dog
Yeah.
scratches,
gouges and stuff, those would be
Yeah.
like pink most of the time.
Those would be
So,
pink.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So just
My
so
surgery scars are darker, but
okay, so maybe it's depends on the person,
Mine-
but hers are white.
I don't know.
So
Yeah, that one, yeah.
show your
this one
belly.
is too. This one is too.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe.
Can you remind me exactly what they said in the scene?
So go ahead and open. You can open up the scene and look at it. I've got it
Ooh.
uncovered for you,
Nice.
Oh,
word
okay,
for
cool.
word, except for what I
See.
pass over.
Is there a picture?
That's just one of those things that I felt couldn't be captured accurately in a picture.
I mean, you described it.
You know, I did, but I think
Noted.
everybody forms their own interpretation of it that's much grander than anything I could create.
So the scene is the Boon or Bane, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll say you're telling me this, and I'll like pick you up, like not pick you up, but like kind of help you stand up and drag you gently over to where I'm going to put the old school percolator on and like start the coffee and just sit you
Yeah.
down and
Put
just
her on the fainting couch.
have you recap the story again to try and listen a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I guess like I believe you, but
The white part's glass.
like I believe you that it happened, but I don't really like. You know, he doesn't
have much
really
to go
have,
off of.
Yeah, he doesn't, and he's not very smart with the occult, anyways, or kind of like deciphering more abstract concepts. So just make sure you're okay, and like you should tell Abigail and Vincent when they get up. I'm sure that they'll be able to help you make more sense of this. And then I hand you a cup of slightly sludgy but good coffee.
Mm.
Thank you. Do
Secret's
you have
keeping you
any
Greg.
more of
Greg.
that? Did you give it all to Charles?
Do you have more of that? What? I'm sorry.
The whiskey.
Oh no, yeah. I'll go back. I'll go back into my. Actually, no, because I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't sleep with that. I'll go back into the other room and come back with a flask. And I'll like act like I'll start to pour it, but then I'm like just hand it to you with it open. There you go.
Thanks. I'm gonna need this.
Just pour it into the coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna pour it in the coffee, but then he handed me the whole thing, so I just took a shot of it.
And you can feel your mind, start to numb as it does with the alcohol, and especially with the morning grogginess. And you realize now, like with this, like just slight inebriation that starts to come over you, that you had this like unfounded clarity before. It's like something you just figured out a puzzle or something, and you have that moment of insight within you, and it just it's still there, but you're just kind of like numbing it. This is your Call of Cthulhu mythos that you gained. You feel like you understand things that you shouldn't, but you know what I mean. Like the universe is coming like a little bit more clear. Yeah.
There's more to what we're doing here.
Maybe, yeah.
More info.
Well, some other great being, right? We've run into one.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've seen another.
And I'm assuming the rest of y'all. Wait, who's left? Abigail. Eventually wakes up and.
Yeah, eventually
I'll slowly get up.
coffee smells enough that I roll out and realize she's bright and early morning drinking with her new headwear there.
And
I sit down and bring you a new cup of joe. Looks like you had a fun night.
One. Kind of like still out of it, and I'm waiting on both of them to come in the room to go through the whole story again.
fair.
And then, yeah.
I finish my cup of coffee and then I go to rouse Abigail because she's not there yet.
Abigail.
Yeah.
Has anybody checked on Abigail?
I'm not. I was too busy checking on you.
Yeah.
/ getting coffee and kicking you.
I had a really hard time getting to sleep last night, so yeah, I'm sorry. I'm up. Hi. Good morning. Coffee?
I had trouble sleeping too. I wanted to talk to you guys about some things. I did end up putting the mask on, and I know y'all probably think that's a bad idea, but I couldn't sleep.
You should have told me.
And then
I was awake.
You were already kind of having a day, so I didn't wanna. It's just kind of something I had. And then I go into depth of everything, the whole scene that I saw and this power, and I kind of see it clearly and everything. And the scar on my arm. It wasn't there before. So everyone knows about this Noddins.
Yeah, and like
Lord
you're
of the Great Abyss.
you're having a hard time describing most of this, you know?
This
Yeah. It's just it's a so indescribable experience that, you know, you're trying your best for it to come
Yeah.
across.
And they're probably looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Yeah, you definitely didn't have the scar yesterday. And there's no other sign of you actually getting hurt. There's no blood, there's no actual weapon.
no, I just kind of stopped. It kind of like choked me, and I was out, and it was all black. And then
So
I
you
saw
died.
this Noddins.
So you
Yeah,
basically
hey, I
died.
don't know. I could have, but I'm not now. I just kind of giggle and look at my arm.
I'm not dead yet.
Kind of like,
I mean,
I kind of not enjoyed it, but I'm still curious about where I went into. Kind of like realizing my powers, or what
Do
you
we
want to call
do
it.
we want to try this again now that we're all awake?
Not yet.
I was hoping you would say no.
Not yet.
Good answer, good
If-
answer.
if I take this mask and sort of like rotate it for her,
Absolutely.
like, I mean, you said before it all like each side looks different, right? Or at least that's what the picture looked like.
Yeah,
Four
they're just
faces?
4 hideous faces on there, yeah.
Okay.
Which way did you put it on?
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, do you know which
Would
way
it
you
be
put it on? Does any of
I
it
don't-
look familiar to you, or like
I don't know.
want to
don't
eat your
know.
buddy?
I don't know if that matters, but
I'm wondering if it would be different if it was turned the other way. I'm not
Does it-
saying do it. I'm not saying do it.
Does it look like you
Maybe-
could put it on with each of those facing forward, or like?
It looks like the way it's made, you can just do it like forwards or backwards, you know, because it's kind of curved.
That's why. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know how much that piece would determine.
If you go to the Mask of Hayama artifact, you
Yeah.
can see it rotate through all of them.
yeah,
And you can kind of see how it's made really to just wear one direction, but you could wear it
Yeah.
the other way if you wanted to, but
that's what I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I
Back of
remembered
it
that
looks
from looking
like-
at it.
sunken in.
sunken in pumpkin almost, yeah.
Yeah, that little.
And the wearing
So, like-
side is clearly like the red third eye kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you
So,
scan
yeah,
on your
none of
phones,
it-
you
That's
can
the
put
way
it
I
on
put
your
it on,
desk and look
guys.
at it more if you wanted to. So don't forget.
None of. But anyways, so like none of it like strikes her in any way now that she's like had this encounter or anything different, right? Like it's just.
No,
looks at
and in
it,
fact,
it's
it does
weird.
nothing looks familiar, similar.
Okay.
And Iris, you're sure that you put it on the most comfortable way, which would have been the front way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the way you described it, I don't know that any of these entities care about specs like us unless we're in the way of their machinations. But at the very least, it appears you've found an enemy of our enemy.
Yeah. When the moment comes, I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll know when it
Well,
happens.
There's certainly an implication, right? You've been given a weapon, right?
Yes.
Metaphorically, I don't know what the hell that means. practically
We'll
for you,
see.
for us, for the world. But thus far, I don't think our friend. Well, I don't think our enemy is out for anything good that we care about. So
Yeah, I think we continue on our journey, and says he'll use me as a tool, a means to an end. So we'll see what that means. But we should just keep going.
I look over like drinking from my mug, like peering over, like that Breaking Bad meme. Like you can only see my eyes. I'm like looking between you guys, just like, okay. So that ball's today, right?
it is.
Oh, right, yeah.
Imagine we need to make sure that you two have some ball wear.
All right, and another cup of coffee.
I have to.
We have to have
dress
ball
up,
wear for the big balls.
and I'm like, I'm saying, oh yeah, no, I've got something nice. I walk in the other room and come back. It's a stained like work button up shirt and like some like, I don't know, slacky kind of pants. I'm like, yeah, these are pretty clean. Like I sniff the shirt. I'm like, well,
That's not acceptable for this.
Didn't we go shopping?
I was gonna say we went shopping at some point.
Things
I
were
don't. So I
Yeah.
don't remember what I got. If you guys
bought
already,
40.
That's right. You guys.
Yeah.
I thought you guys just bought for you,
No.
but that's right. You
We bought
were
for
to buy
you.
something for him.
Yeah.
That's right.
While y'all were eating pizza.
That's correct.
We were.
well then if you hand it to me, I'll try it on.
I'll go grab it out of the, just this is what you're gonna wear.
No. Come here. I tie the tie.
I mean, you don't have to put it on now. Well, I guess we need to see if it fits, but
So look, we have lots of time, but we're going to. Do we?
Lexi.
We don't know what to make of her yet, Miss Carlyle. But I feel like I would rather just open up ever so slightly and see how she reacts to someone that, presents some credible information about finding out about her brother. And, if she's to be our enemy, I would almost rather find out right then and there than to find out whilst someone is, attempting to five-finger discount their way into a safe. I feel like neither situation is good, but one of them is probably more dangerous.
See what she's about. Get the vibe off her.
I mean,
So I'm sorry. Are you guys? I'm asking this in character, but Mike doesn't remember too. So myself and Iris, like we're gonna try to schmooze with her, and then you guys are gonna be there and try to get to the safe. You guys are just gonna be party goers, but not with us directly.
Vice versa.
the opposite. She
opposite.
was going to be the socialite, and I was going to
Okay,
go
that
with
makes
her.
more sense then, because when you mentioned my clothes, I thought like we had switched, and I was gonna be with like me and Iris were gonna be
Oh, no.
talking to her, and I'm like,
You just need
no.
to fit in. You need to
All-
blend.
You turn around and realize
Blend.
that like Vincent has, in just incredibly short order, come out of the room, and he is dressed to the nines. Like,
Coat, tails, all whole nine yards. Yes.
you expected fancy pants, but like it happened really fast, and it looks like he knows what he's doing. He's used to wearing this. Like,
He's my arm candy.
it's a whole new
I,
appearance, another side.
I think you even notice like Vincent's speech has changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like his
whole,
speech
the way
pattern
he
and
carries
words.
himself. Yeah.
It's
different.
probably more like you initially met him
Mm-hmm.
before he sort of let the guard down, and he's
That
makes sense, yeah.
he is clearly back. He has admitted that he wasn't the psychologist, at least when he first met you, that he pretended to be. Bit of a con man, if you insist upon the term.
Confidence, man.
but confidence. But yeah, he is just turned the switch and he is back in that mode. He's standing up straighter. Like it's very different now that this is someone that you know pretty damn well.
Are we getting fully dressed and then going to meet finance guy and then going to the ball, or are we just playing dress up?
I was just like, so Declan didn't know what he was doing, so he was just playing dress up so he could know how to look.
Perfect.
I will change out of these clothes
There we
the
go.
first chance you give me. I'm not
You
very
can go
comfortable in them.
Yes, go
you have 12
change
hours.
so that they look like this when it's time to go.
And then you look in and I've wadded them up and like thrown them down.
Oh no! I won't let this happen.
He-
Neither will him.
He walks back out, and I go right in
I
behind
was
him.
gonna say,
and-
yeah. Bring it out here. We're gonna hang it up nice and neat, and hang it up in the
And honestly, sorry, men. You could probably get away with wearing it all day because there ain't many options for y'all in 1920, and you're gonna cover it up with a
True.
thicker jacket to go outside anyways. So
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
As funny as I'm being, he
Yeah.
dresses better than I do by far because there's
Yeah.
no option for him. Like,
there's-
and plus he's a military dude, and they have dress code too, so
yeah.
he just doesn't look
Mhm.
rich. He looks very like put together, just not rich.
You don't
Yeah.
have dress blues, do you?
No, no, I don't think I would.
Don't know when that came around.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, so we can keep going and go
Let's do it.
wherever, but just to recap for me quickly, I don't need details. Iris and I, we're gonna mingle, try to find the safe. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. You guys are going to, and we're not gonna know we're not going to talk to each other. We're gonna stay apart.
But
Well-
okay, question though, because we have to know each other. Because how else are you guys gonna get in?
I was gonna say I think we go
All
as a
together.
party, but
But
We're just quiet
we go
in the
to
back.
different layers of the party, right? Like we go
Wallflowers.
for the VIPs, you guys go for the wallflowers. You try to work your way into the background while we try to work our way into the
Yeah,
foreground.
you find like the bar and the champagne, and you hang
But-
out. And
Free
then you
booze.
Yes.
To be clear, that's what
don't get drunk though.
that's what Vincent was pointing out a second ago. Is he doesn't want to focus on the like safe cracking, except as a plan C, if you will, right? Like
I mean-
if we really feel that like it's live or die to get this and we can't get there any other way, we'll try to like brute force our way to find it and get in it. But especially this is what he was pondering last night, like his thought about it, and it's like he's certain that his persona and the opportunity afforded by Abigail's status, that like hopefully we can finesse our way into this and again finesse our way in to at least find out what we're dealing with. Perhaps we find an ally, perhaps we find an enemy, but it seems like it would be much better to find out that she's a snake there than when she has us cornered and our hands in her piggy bank.
Yeah.
Okay, so just make sure that when we go, like, just when we're actually there, like, again, in character, like, Declan's just like, hey, I need to make sure that when we're there, if you guys change it, like, I need to know the rules of engagement, so to speak. It's like, we'll mingle and do whatever, but if I see, like, I have an opening maybe to, like, or we think we find something, I need to know what you want me to do. Like, ignore it until you guys talk with me, or I get a signal, or...
I think we pre-plan, like, some
Scenarios.
symbols and code words, like, if you guys are both sitting at the bar and someone does something,
Iris and I need to go to the bathroom, and the boys need to go handle something. Like
Yeah.
let's go out for a
Or you-
cigar.
Yeah, it was like rendezvous at the bar or something.
if you have given Iris your coat because she's cold, then that's a symbol that we need to come talk to you.
That's fine.
or,
Yeah,
like-
that's and we can hand wave that. I just wanted to make, like, Declan wanted to
Yeah.
know ahead of
Yeah.
time, because like
Mhm.
he's
Yeah.
if I see an
Absolutely, no.
opportunity, I'm gonna act on it unless I'm explicitly told not to.
Yeah.
Well, and I think as far as rules of engagement, that's what Vincent is hoping that this is not going to turn into another juju shop, and so
Oh no, I'm not.
he's
so
not
I-
planning to start any violence if it can at all be afforded.
That's
no,
Start no fight. There won't be no fight.
no. There would be. I would have to be attacked first to open fire at a ball
yeah.
with 100 people, or however many there be there.
And who knows? I mean, they're all at the very least hangers-oners, if not allies of hers. Like, that's why he's like, he molded over and he's like, this is like, there are so many ways it goes wrong if we try to crack a safe. And like, worst case scenario, we just kind of get tossed out as, you know, you're just here to find out about my money. You know, if we flub our way into the conversation and have to leave, but it's more of a social disgrace than a there's danger situation. Hopefully.
Best case, we crack the safe and get out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, if we really feel that's what we need to do, and like there's an opportunity to do it that doesn't seem like, you know, a snowball's chance in hell, then cool.
Also, you have to remember, I'm Miss Williams.
Oh yeah,
Thank you for that.
I'm looking through my notes because I'm like,
and y'all are part of her retinue.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm like, what did we say to get in there? Because it's a benefit gala.
Charity.
It is.
Miss Williams wanted to donate to charity.
Yeah. Charity. Yep.
Yep. I don't even know what charity it is.
You will find out.
I don't.
Yeah. So yeah, we plan our code words and our symbols, and you know, I probably have produced a number of like color coded pocket squares or something for you to like.
Oh, I like that. Is that signaling? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Like color?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Like
red,
like pull out a different one to hand to Iris or stick in your pocket.
I love it. All right.
Red means we need to go, or white means we need to go.
Well, we don't have to come up with them all now, but it's established that that's a thing, so we can lean on that when needed. I love that.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
We're going to meet finance guy, right?
We are going to meet finance guy.
If he's still there.
You think we can go get a bagel on the way?
Locks? Absolutely.
Sorry, to one question. Did Iris specifically mention that name of Noddins?
Yes.
And I'm sure the answer is absolutely not, but that is nothing anyone's ever heard of. No legends, no myths, no nothing. How much material, again, did we receive of Jackson's from publisher guy?
He handed you a bunch of papers, but you have gone through them.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we had gone through all of it. I want cross-reference, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not one that overlaps.
But so I just wanted to
at least not
quadruple check.
Not what we have.
I assumed that was the answer, but I want to make sure I actually asked.
Nolan is already walking down to find a bagel as you guys are discussing.
Yeah.
You're Declan.
Declan. Nolan is here too, in spirit.
Okay, well, maybe we can revisit this.
I mean, at this point, I think Nolan is like a demigod. He's trapped in a multiverse somewhere, and he's never gonna die.
He's like Cain.
He's essentially like I don't know. He's Declan's mitochondria over here. You know, like
He is Noddins.
I don't get that. I'm sorry.
Who knows what happens at the end of this?
Who knows what could happen, guys? Damn, she cracked the code out, and we got to rewrite everything. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, like he's my character, but he's also the MacGuffin that just gets brought out whenever anything needs to happen. It's like, how did we get past this? Nolan suddenly came through a portal.
Why does this guy's descendants always? Oh, why is he always a part of everything? I love it.
So good.
Because that was Noddin's plan.
Because it was his plan.
Hey,
I love it. All right, bagels got them. Coffee's got them. Get a taxi.
What
is his name? Mitch? No. What is his name? What is the guy's name? No.
Tony was guarding him.
The taxi guy is not there.
Charles.
That is such a hard name for me to remember. Charles is not there. But you get another one. Over to Mr. Carlton Ramsey's office.
Yeah, that
guy. Kick the door in. Guns blazing. Shoot him up. steal his money.
Everybody's dead. We
Take
got
him
all the
out.
money. Let's go.
Only if I can have a Tommy gun to shoot him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Done with it.
You filthy animal.
Yes.
No, but you open up the door, go in there. You see Carlton Ramsey in there, and he's like, I didn't expect to see you here.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. In fact, I'm glad that you came by. What is it that you have today?
Well, we are. I guess we're ready to as ready as we're going to be to begin following the trail. I think.
Ready to loosen up stones and uncover the plot behind Mr. Jackson Elias's life, I assume.
Indeed.
Excellent.
Just.
Huh? Yes?
Something that I think you might find. You know, I don't want to put you in a position to be squeezed, so never mind.
Like a lemonade?
Yes, like a nice, freshly squeezed lemonade. I prefer you in your lemony form.
Thank you.
Some matter of.
I-
We found some clues
What is happening right now?
towards the
I don't know.
justice for our friend. I'll leave it at that. Everyone in the party is probably realizing that he was going to make mention of, taking care of some of the people that were directly responsible for the death, but doesn't want to put him in extra danger. So
is this about Tony?
to be clear, that was something that Chad was saying that the other players are probably aware of at the
Oh
end.
no, absolutely. But this was Carlton. Is this about Tony?
Yes, has he been all right?
He hasn't made it by yet. It's only been a day since we made plans. But yes, hopefully he will be here soon, and
Okay, good.
everything
Good,
will be
good.
fine. And you can use him as a PC if one of you will die.
Yes, of course.
Declan's still like eating his bagel, and he stops and goes,
Sorry, sometimes that happens, and the fourth wall
portable-
comes down.
portable calculator, like looking back, and I just look and just keep eating my bagel. This is my third bagel. I bought like 6 and just stuffed them in my jacket. So
Are
I
they
just keep pulling out
plain?
bagels.
What is your topping?
There's no toppings. One of them would be like this.
Who are you?
Who
I'm fucking. It's the I didn't get toppings in the military. We got fucking like Civil War hardtack that had been in storage for 70 years, and they're like, "Hey,
So
here,
surely you can allow
eat
yourself
this."
to have a buttered plain bagel.
No.
No, so the
butter.
first one. So
Butter.
what I was gonna say was like, if the first one would have had like, I'm gonna hand wave this because
Yes.
I like it. Would have been
Yes.
like a cinnamon bagel with like some kind of stuff, and I ate that while we're walking. But then I got some non-toppings because I'm hungry, but I don't want my jacket to get all dirty. So they're just shoved in there with bagels in my jacket pockets.
Classic NTs for your jacket pocket. Makes sense. Yep.
Yep.
Non-toppings. All
Pocket
right.
bacon.
Oh, cool.
Pocket.
Yes.
Um,
Hopefully he will be here by the. What is this? What is today? The Monday? Maybe by Wednesday or so. You should come by.
Great.
Well, I guess he's my new friend, right?
No.
I've allocated the
Nope.
funds, so
Good.
we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
I'm assuming you
Um,
need money.
Yes. I guess what would Jackson's protocol be if we were? Do you know the right people to get us a good deal on a steamer to go across the pond?
Steamer. In fact, I do. I can set you up on what Jackson himself went off on, and we can work off that. How about that?
All right. Yes.
How about you? What time is it? It's really early. You were here very early. It's like 9 a.m.
We indeed are.
I don't know why I'm even at the office this early, but I'm here.
We knew you would be.
Um,
Seemed like that kind of guy.
I am. I'm very busy. How about it? I'll call you tonight at Until I get an answer, I guess, at your hotel number.
We have the gala at insert time here.
8 p.m.
So we'll be indisposed from 8 for a few hours, I suppose.
Well, I'll tell you what. You give me a call in the morning, and most likely I will have something set up. And I'll let
what
you
sort
know.
of lead time do you expect?
It depends. It could be as early as noon that same tomorrow, or maybe a couple days after.
Okay, good. Hours to days sounds perfect. I was hoping we weren't talking days to weeks.
No. We should be fine. We should be fine.
It's great news. Fantastic. We're going to look in on. He knew the whole spiel, right?
Yeah. I mean, he knew Jackson. Everything.
I know
went through
publisher
him.
guy knew like everything. I was trying to remember if Carlton knew.
Yeah, I mean, he was read in on everything. What he thought about it is kind of up in the air.
Sure.
But yeah.
But we're gonna see about looking in on the heiress tonight. So.
Oh.
Did Jackson mention anything in particular, good, bad, otherwise, on Miss Carlyle?
No, I can't recall anything about Miss Carlyle. I think she was I don't want to say non-factor, but that's kind of the way it was. I mean, her brother.
She certainly seemed to come in just at the tail end there for one reason or another.
Right, her brother was in the papers, and
Yes.
obviously important to Jackson Elias. But no, he never brought up Erica. So, Miss Carlyle. Sorry, excuse me. I'm not familiar with her like that, so I'm always saying that. But yeah, winky. But I'm glad you came by. Jonah came by, and he left a few things for you. He thought you might make your way to London one day, and he left a couple contacts for you here. Contact for Mickey Mahoney, editor of The Scoop.
Ah, yes, the Mickey Mouse.
Yes,
Heard of
Mickey
him.
Mouse. Yes, Mickey Mahoney, editor of The Scoop. And
Steamboat Willie, they call him.
funny enough, he left a name here for an inspector. Inspector James Barrington of Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard.
Right. I don't really have any... He didn't give me any information about Mr. James Barrington there, but I'm assuming Jonah Kensington knew Mickey Mahoney through reporter means, through Jackson. But I'm not sure what Mr. James Barrington's all about. So.
Okay, and the Scoop.
The Scoop, yes.
Is that a local publication we're familiar with, or is that
You would assume both of these people are in London, since he said
London? Okay.
Yeah.
That I was wondering, but I wasn't
Yep.
certain. Well, Scotland Yard made sense. I wasn't sure on the other.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's good to have contacts. Yes. I don't count on luck, but if we're lucky, we'll have some contacts tonight.
As I wish you luck on. You said you're going to a gala tonight.
Yes.
Well, have fun.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Anyways, I'll call you call me in the morning, and I'll let you know what I have set up for you, and I'll allocate the funds. No worries. I'll just put your name on it. Unless, that's a good question. You're going by your real names on the steamer? Yes.
Did Jackson?
Of
I mean, there's
course,
no reason
of
not
course.
to. That we
A famous
know of.
author on a steamer. People be bugging him the entire time, carousing with stories.
Well, does anyone have a?
Why don't we use his alias?
What was his cover name?
He didn't have one. That's what I was just saying. He used his own name.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said because people would bother him.
Yeah,
Oh no,
did
he
it.
loved it. You know Jackson. He loves to talk.
Well, that does make more sense.
Yeah, I don't see why we need to cover up our name.
Great. I will make sure to set you all up then.
It's up to you guys. What do you guys think?
It feels like I
doubt
should,
anybody would
but
know who I am. It's fine.
Are you sure?
What would you do?
Me? I would go with my name, of course, because it matches my ID. That is the legal thing to do.
We're not trying to hide anything. We just want to go to London.
I don't. That's a weird question.
Not really. You asked us.
Yeah.
Yes, but I am of a certain, and
Persuasion.
You are,
As are we.
that is why I ask you. Yes.
yes, we are all indeed lawyers.
We're all lawyers, yes.
We're all lawyers here.
We are all
I
so above the law,
am
it's
the
not
lawyer.
even funny.
In 12 years after we complete the masks campaign, we will play a campaign entirely
Of lawyers.
consisting of lawyers.
Oh, God.
I agree to this.
Gosh.
Charlie will go to sleep a lot faster.
There won't be a lot of guns, but there sure will be a lot of devils.
By the time
Take
we
that
finish,
for
we
what
you
will
want.
all have a law degree. Yes. Well, I need to get to work, so you need to leave.
I think it's a great idea. Thank you, Carl.
Get the fuck out.
Get
The fuck out.
the I have nothing more to say to you about this. Get out. And you do. So now what? You got the day ahead of you. But we can hand wave it and say we had a great time, rested, got dressed, and arrived at the
I mean, I think there's a lot of probably entirely unnecessary, Oh, and also make sure you don't, but you must.
Of course.
Etiquette conversations and,
Absolutely.
Abigail and I are probably coming up with topics of conversation and some shared history to refer to, etc., etc.
And this is like all new to Iris because she has not been in anything like this.
And remember, when you're
Sure.
looking for the people in the background, look for what was her man's name again? Her butler.
Mr. Bradley
Mr. Butler.
Gray. Mr. Bradley Gray. Mr. Gray.
Mr. Bradley.
Gray.
Mr. Gray. He could
Are
be.
you sure he's not Dorian Gray?
Well,
Let me
he's
look
pretending
here.
not to be.
Yes.
I don't remember Bradley.
Well, he's Mr. Gray.
Okay.
He may not have
Mr.
even
Gray.
gave his name, but he
Huh.
may have. He probably did.
I'm sure he at least gave,
Yeah.
Mr. Gray at the very least.
Yeah.
That seems only what he would be expected to do.
Right.
I'll just call him Shade.
Mr. Shade. Oh God.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
All right. Well, planning and plotting and educating. No. You must use this fork.
Yes. And
It's a gala. It's not a dinner.
Declan, you
And
got
it's
the
at
flag?
8.
If there are not hors d'oeuvres, what sort of gala will
Oh
it
yeah.
Declan said, sorry, you were quiet. What'd you say, Michelle, about Declan?
I said, "Do you got the flasks ready?"
And I pat. I said, remind me
I
to
hope they're not
transfer them.
necessary.
But I show my jacket like where the bagel crumbs are, and there's 3 flasks in there. Just give you a thumbs up.
nice.
Did you somehow manage to get the magazine slots to hold? Clever.
I picked up a little bit of sewing and seamstress work.
Well, someone has to darn those socks.
Yup.
When you're on campaign. That's the term.
I know it cracked me up. I'm sorry.
It cracks me up every time I think about it. That's why I used it.
I love it.
But I'm quite certain they would have been expected to handle their own.
I just want to let you know, Declan, I opened up your sheet to see if you picked up sewing, and he did, in fact, picked up sewing. So he's like,
Wait, I did. I was
No
making that up.
way.
No,
I was saying something like my wife taught me or
no,
something.
that is you did 20. You have a 20 in sewing, so it's
Why is sewing
I
a skill?
imagine that was probably part of
'cause
basic.
it was an art that you needed to pick up, so you picked up sewing.
Okay.
Or
yeah.
you told
okay.
me,
Sweet.
Hey, my wife.
No,
told me.
I mean I believe you. I just it's funny to me.
Excellent.
Actually, I feel like I remember that conversation now.
I do think it was your wife. I think you're playing on your subconscious here. So.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. So, you find the nicest taxi cab you can and make your way to.
Surely there's some service I know of to like call a fancy car, right?
We need a car. We don't need a cab.
Abigail, will you make a roll for me today? The credit rating, please. Maybe the one of many that we will make today on Abigail's day of credit rating rolls.
She knows who to talk to. She's got the
34,
connect.
hard success, easy peasy. She knows the contacts. Yeah. So I don't remember the cars that are in the day, but I'm assuming it's a black something that pulls up and can contain.
Any color as long as it's black.
Correct. So you find a very nice car to pick you up.
I think Rolls Royce were around back then. I think they were. I'm pretty sure they were around the 20s or 30s. I want to say they're a very old luxury brand.
Hey, and if not,
were they in America at that point though?
I don't know.
She probably has one back home.
I think that she has the contacts to have one in this now.
1922 Rolls Royce Silver.
I was gonna say in
Hell
New
yeah.
York, probably.
It's like a Cruella de Vil looking car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, it is.
I was gonna say, especially in the 20s, yeah.
It is. Oh, I love that.
In
All
New
right.
York, in the 20s.
So you guys roll up to the Carlyle estate. It's about a half an hour north of New York City proper, on the Hudson River up there. You go ahead.
On the way up,
Yeah.
I remind everyone, I am Miss Serena Williams.
But it was
I-
Serena.
Yes, I did that.
I gotta take
You
my
have
hoodie off for
to-
this.
You have to
Serena
remember that.
Williams. Why did I do that? I don't know. But
I don't know. Williams.
I think you were.
whatever.
I think you were put on to provide a name, and
You
you
said
just.
Williams, and then you asked me my first name.
I
That's
did.
so. I am not Abigail. I am Serena or Miss Williams.
And what are we supposed to call her? Venus tonight?
I mean,
Ha ha ha.
I unfortunately think that is now
she
canon.
is yes.
Got him.
But are we associates or trying to be siblings here?
Why would she be your sibling?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Associates. We're
Don't be
just
ridiculous.
part,
Her-
we're,
her
part of,
name's
we're part of your group.
Venus.
Like we're your groupies. Because you're
Retinue.
socialite. Mm-hmm.
So he's arm candy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Gal
you guys-
pal.
Gal pal, and well, but then why would my gal pal be with me all night? Why would she be with the, hired guard?
Have you seen the state of her cuticles?
She could be your hairdresser.
Ooh, that makes sense.
I don't know.
A lady
Well,
in waiting.
She's my
A lady in waiting.
no. She's like my psychic
Yes.
medium that needs to be with
Your
me. at all
life
times.
coach,
Like my psychic
1920s life
support.
coach.
That sounds like
Yeah,
something ritzy.
We didn't use that
Yeah,
term back
no one
then. We just
have.
called him a medium.
Yep.
Yeah.
my psychic support person.
That'll get people being like, ooh, let's talk to her.
Probably,
Yeah.
actually.
Well,
Yeah.
and then you and I can go off and we talk about it, and the boys can do what they need to do. That's fine
Yes.
Nah, that's we foist off.
if it goes that way.
Anyone we
goes
need
that
to,
way,
we
yeah.
convince them they need to talk to Venus to find out about their.
And if it does,
Venus rising.
go that way, we need to have a signal to signal you all about what's going on. So we may need to.
Right, and that's when
Let's get in there. Let's get in
Yeah.
there first. and
that's when
see.
Declan puts in the plaid kerchief.
Right, but
And-
if it's me and Iris, or
I put
me
my
and
top hat
Venus,
back on.
Whatever, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Were canes the thing yet? I don't know if canes were a thing yet.
They
I'm
are if
missing
you want them to be. You notice Sing Sing Prison on the way. You finally make your way to the Carlyle estate. you see what looks to be like a 2-story mansion. Maybe 5 acres or so of superb grounds around it. A large 12-foot fence, high ironed, topped with sharp finals, however you say that, are up in front of you. You see 2 armed gatekeepers, and you see some armed men with guard dogs kind of patrolling around the grounds. And as you come up to the gate, name?
Williams.
You see him step away for a second and kind of lean over and, get a torch. Yeah. All right. Waves you guys through. And the car just
Thank you.
putters through. And eventually you make your way to the... I don't like saying mansion because it's not like what we think of a mansion nowadays, right? So what we think of a mansion nowadays is like the $10 million homes with the pool and the tennis court and the 16 rooms. This is more like a very symmetrical looking house that's just bigger than usual, right? It's not that big, but it's very big for 1920s, if that makes any sense to you guys.
Yeah.
If anything, it's probably like, I mean, I don't want to put a money on it, but yeah, you kind of get what I'm saying. It's not like a huge thing that you would take forever to walk through. You can literally see all of it. It's right in front.
It's not a 5-story palace with 37 rooms and 60 bathrooms.
No, not at all. It probably has several rooms, several bathrooms, and like the entryway and the library and stuff like. Yeah, it's not that big. Yeah, so you make your way in, and what time are you making your way inside today?
Starts at 8.
It starts at 8.
I would hope
maybe a little
8:15.
after. Yeah, a little after it's gotten started.
Yeah, I don't know if like fashionably late was a thing yet.
Hey, maybe you make it a thing.
We are the revolutionaries of fashionably late.
Love it. So you make your way in at 8.
It's a European thing. You wouldn't understand.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, are you? Is she European or not?
Am I?
Yes.
Miss Williams or Abigail?
Abigail is.
Yes,
but what about Miss Williams?
Yes, she is. She is visiting from
And I think that gives you more leeway.
Western Europe.
Miss Williams.
Munich.
Yes, I'm German.
So
It's Williams.
it's Williams.
It's Williams. I mean, I've been talking to Tom a lot, but I don't think I can do a German accent that well.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Yeah.
You make your way in at 8:15, and you see maybe a dozen or so other people in there dressed very similarly to you, in what is like a combo of an entryway and a grand hall at once. You kind of walk in through these double doors, nice tile floors all the way around, and the classic at the end of the room, the 2 stairways that kind of grace left and right and come to the center and meet on the 2nd floor in front of you. And that is where everybody is kind of gathering in this grand hall reception area. And it kind of looks like that's where most of this is happening anyways. As I said, it's not a huge place, and this is probably the biggest room that they have available to them anyways. But it's still way gaudier than anything you would be normal. So you were greeted with, fortunately, your choice of champagne, cocktails. You see, as some people say, hors-d'oeuvres walking around. Some people say
Cretins.
Cretins.
Hors-d'oeuvres.
Yes.
Hors d'oeuvres.
That's how Iris said it.
The hors
Can I have some of those hors d'oeuvres?
hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, jeez.
I love that. I love that.
I feel like she vocally skips over the door, doors.
We got there's some vinyl playing in the corner. No live music or anything. And you might have expected it to be a little bit bigger than it was, but it's not. It's kind of, dare I say, quaint.
And there's only 12 other people like total in here.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more, but definitely not 2 dozen. Dozen to, a little bit more, but not 2 dozen.
So 15-ish?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Specific.
Yeah.
It is very specific.
It's not intended to be very specific. It's just
Okay.
It's good.
Well, just specifically, it's very low.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
No, it's low.
I'm thinking like a Gatsby party.
No,
right?
I'm still trying to impress that this is a mansion in the 1920s, but it's not like this grand estate that you can traverse and do all these things. It's,
Right. Yeah.
Does it feel
No gardens.
last minute?
No, it doesn't feel last minute. No.
It's just intimate.
It's just
not
intimate. Yeah.
I mean, it was $800 for us to get in, so the people with the money are going to.
And you weren't invited. You called and found out about it, and then hey, I want to do this. Yeah.
Can I as we're coming in, anybody that I recognize, like
By chance.
socialites?
You are.
I mean, I don't have the credit rating.
Yeah.
I don't have her credit rating.
How
but
old
I'm
are you again?
Mid-40s.
Early 40s, yeah.
Early 40s.
What would you say? 42? Yeah, you're 42.
Although I think technically I was 42 in Peru, so I guess I am mid
47.
40s now, right?
Mid 40s. Let's see. Yeah, I would say that you recognize Rupert Hastings III. He's a wealthy, always inebriated industrialist in his 40s. With like slicked back hair, always got like a gaudy gold tie or gaudy jewelry on. Boisterous, overconfident, prone to exaggeration. You know who I'm kind of like lining you up with, like that kind of guy, like always wanting to be the center of attention kind of guy. Slapping you on the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he someone that my infamous.
Hold on, Chad. I think we lost you.
Oh no!
What?
Pause.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Now start again with I think and wave your hand, but don't wave it so it swipes Discord away. Okay.
I forgot I had my Apple Vision Pro mini glasses on, and
Right.
my previous conning, Emerson was my big failed problem there.
Right.
He's not someone that would be associated with any. Right, he's just a socialite.
We lost you again, but I think you said he's not somebody that would have been associated with Emerson, but he's just a socialite, right? Yeah. That's what I was giving you. You were in the socialite circles. You were in the con. I was giving you someone that you recognize. Yes, not someone that you recognize.
Yeah, I mean, I was rising above my station, but I was conning.
Womp womp womp.
I think you guys might need to restart Discord. See you in a second.
Bye.
It's about this time, by the way, every night that we play with them that this happens. Most time it's a little bit closer to 11 though, but
Yeah.
That's interesting.
yeah, I don't know what's going on. He has a bunch of shortwave stuff going on in that room that I think might be messing with this, but
I mean, if it's bandwidth related, if it's all the time, like if it's like at a consistent time, it could be something as simple as that, I guess. But
Test.
We hear you. Hey,
Testies?
just real quick, not to go on a huge tangent. Do you have any scheduled tasks that run about 10:30 every night with your shortwave stuff for your security?
No.
Okay.
No, all my only real automations are like light automation. God damn, it's doing it again, isn't it?
We don't see you, so.
I didn't turn it on yet.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
No, it's fine. We won't go into it, but I just was saying it happens about this time every time, so there might be some scheduling of something that might be interfering.
I should verify that there's not something weird going on with the laptop, but yeah, nothing that I'm aware of. Anyways,
so this guy.
I just want to make sure he wasn't someone I needed to avoid based on my history. Sounds like he's just a socialite.
Yes,
and
Rupert Hastings.
Perhaps would be aware of me.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. Hors d'oeuvres, drinks.
There we're in. It's a small room. Well, relatively. It's not a grand
small.
hall.
Not a grand hall. I'm failing to give a good example, but I would say, how would you guys feel about like a 40 by 30 kind of space, like a 50 by 40 kind of space? You know, it's enough to fit a great deal of people and a staircase and stuff, but it's not huge. Like, you can clearly see everybody around you, and you know, people can block sight from everybody, kind of deal.
So people with trays or what's our?
So there seems to be a kind of bar situation in one corner. People with trays coming around with hors d'oeuvres and champagne, and a little table with snacks next to the bar little area. More.
Was he the only one that? Was he the only one that greeted us, or did anybody greet us as we walked in?
No one has greeted you. You guys just walked in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And something else. Go ahead.
I was trying to remember if you had said when we came in and they prompted for the name. Do we have any reason to believe that was or was not Mr. Bradley? Is that what you said? Bradley?
That was definitely a guard. Yeah, definitely a guard. Definitely not someone you would have talked to on the phone. Someone that was just monitoring the grounds, looking for a name, and would have turned you guys around if you didn't have the right name.
Cool.
But I mean, it wasn't like high. It was high security, but not like, you know, they didn't check anybody. You know, they just looked for the name that matched what they had, and you guys came on in. No big.
He's not a drunken thug at the bar. That's the guard. Like, he's high society guard.
You're correct.
I'm sure we talked about this ahead of time, that they would probably make their way towards the bar. We would be sort of expecting that service to, you know, provide our drinks as we do our thing, would be my presumption.
Yep.
That way we would sort of, and we can kind of float it from there.
Sure. I got two questions.
I assume you would have said we would recognize her if she was out here at the moment. Yes.
Yes, because of newspaper.
Right, and that's what I mean.
Yes.
So, like,
we know.
Is she in the room or is she not here at the moment?
Well, I'll let you know in a second. Two things I need to know for me and y'all, and then about the game. What time do we need to ditch out today?
I need to ditch out at the normal time.
At 11?
I'm tired. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so we'll look for a closing point when we come up to that. So everybody pitch in there. Okay, so secondly, you guys are looking around the room. You notice the drinks and the people walking around. You also notice at the far end of the room and kind of accommodating some of the corner there, you can see that there are auctioned pieces set out. And that is the way that you assume they're going to raise this money today. So there's a bunch of stuff that you guys could look through as you guys make your way over there.
Does any of it look like African artifacts? Just quick glance.
Yeah.
Sure. So you immediately, Abigail, you're like, hey, we need to go look for African artifacts. We need to go see what's going on over there. And you kind of just briskly kind of I don't want to say push your way through the crowd because it's not that dense, but you just kind of meander through without making conversation over to the other side of the room and give a good look. You see...
I briefly dip to find the first serving man and get our glasses and reattach.
Yes. You see some it looks like a piece of paper that just says private expedition tour. I'm just going to give you the lowdown. And you go through another one, and it's like rare first edition book of looks some kind of Egyptian something book. You see Victorian jewelry, and there's apparently antique and reputable, tied to an ancient myth or noble family, kind of little blurbs underneath with them. And these are out and open. If you wanted to yoink, someone could grab it and run. It's not but this is high society. None of that is supposed to be going on in this kind of situation. It's it was me, how nice,
Small room, small population of people, guards, etc.
Yeah. And you can also see there's little prices next to them, and you could just simply write if you want to go over you can write for the starting bid, and if people are writing it, it's not like it's a silent. It's kind of like a silent auction. Yeah. And so you see some jewelry, an exotic map collection that says it's from Africa. For $800. Each map is framed.
Conveniently, it's $800.
Is that convenient?
What's the amount we have to spend to
get here?
Right,
200 a person. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You see some more fine art kind of things. It says visions of
than a Tommy gun.
It says visions of antiquity. It's kind of one of a kind painting by some contemporary artists, and you see basically it's ruins of ancient civilizations, kind of blending realism familiar? With mythological stuff. Say again.
Does it look familiar to any ruins we've seen?
No, it doesn't. No, it looks made up to you. Looks like someone just drew it on there. $2,500 starting bid. You see a luxury cruise on there for the Mediterranean, for Greece, Turkey, Egypt, guided tours by renowned experts, $5,000. You see some custom.
Do I have any ballpark price of what our ferry trip is going to cost? Is $5,000 vastly more expensive?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was.
Yes.
Thank you.
You see another custom expedition equipment, like an explorer's kit kind of deal, custom journal, binoculars, compass, set of tools, $700. This is clearly money that you're overspending, but it's for whatever the cause is, right? And Abigail, you see a painting that's called The Black Lotus in Reflection.
Ooh. And
you see that it's got a little description there. And you're reading the description. This mesmerizing oil painting captures a single black lotus rising from a still dark waters. The lotus's petals unfurl with a haunting symmetry, their edges almost pulsating with an otherworldly glow. The dark stem emerges from the rippling water, creating an eerie sense of movement and depth. And a little that's describing the painting itself, and then below that you can see it's rumored to evoke a deep sense of unease in its viewers, which none of you are feeling at the moment. You're just looking at this. And some claim to feel a chill or faint whispers when standing too close. A stunning yet disturbing piece. And you see it's got an artist attributed with this one called Miles Shipley. $1,500. Personal collection from Erica Carlyle. Acquired by private means.
That we know, right?
Acquired by private means?
Acquired by private means. Not through non-art auction kind of thing. Is what that would mean. That's that someone got that directly from someone else that was a broker of art or something, but not a open auction or go somewhere to buy something. Yeah.
If I look at it, has anybody bid on it?
No one has bid on it. A lot of the other things people have bid on, no one has bid on this one. And you notice something very specific that me and you know about this, the way it looks, that you feel like you have to have this.
Yeah.
And I'll show you guys the handout. Under Handouts America. It's the bottom one there.
America.
It's the handouts of America.
You see Black Lotus in water.
Beautiful painting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
It's very dark on your screen. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna go ahead and write down. So 1500 is the starting. So
Yep, and no one's bid on it, so you could start at 1500 if you wanted to.
1500. I'm gonna write my name.
Scroll it down.
I feel like she's about to write Abigail. I'm like,
I'm just gonna put Williams.
SW.
S. Williams. There we go.
Swilliams.
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 It's wonderful.
Marvelous.
And you see a butler just appear out from behind the stairs, like right as you sign it, and he's like, "Ma'am, thank you for your contribution. We will be taking payment at the end of the night. Thank you so much for your contribution."
Well, it's not hers yet, is it?
Is that it? Or
I just thought I'd inform you that way. Since you made a bid, I didn't want you to leave too early.
no? Thank you. How long do we have to bid on these items? I saw so many.
There are quite a many. Let me check the schedule here tonight. I
Thank
believe tonight ends, if you decide to stay this late, at 12 tonight. But at 11, we'll be closing the auctions.
11. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Which is
Miss
in
Williams.
3 hours.
3 hours. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours.
You guys are there at 8:15, so
Yeah.
11. So
2.5 hours, like she
2.5
said.
hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Good to know.
as she's been like looking at items, I filled her in on Thadwick the Seventh over there, whatever his name was. I cannot at all recall what it was, but
it was Rupert Hastings, the third.
yeah, like I said, Thurston Howell the Third. Yes, Rupert Hastings the Third. All right.
So as you guys looked at the auction stuff, and finally you see a figure kind of appear at the second story above the stairs there, and you see a beautiful and stunning Miss Carlyle walk up and grace you with her presence at the top of the stairs. And I believe I've uncovered her before, right? Let me see. Make sure you guys have seen her before.
Her picture's on the corkboard.
Excellent. Yeah, so you guys can see her kind of like short, curly bob hair. Very, very aristocratic look. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful woman. And she just kind of like holds up her glass, and everybody finally notices after a few, and becomes quiet. And she makes her way down and stands amongst you guys. And she's like, "Ladies, gentlemen, esteemed patrons and friends, tonight we gather not only in spirit of celebration, but remembrance and resolve. It is a privilege to stand before you all and surrounded by such generosity. I've heard already that many of you have already bidded on our artifacts and items today. Of brilliance and curiosity, of course. Some of you know my story. You know my brother, Roger Carlyle, a man of passion and vision who led an expedition that captured the imagination of the world, I assure you. And you know of the tragedy that befell him. An event that left many questions unanswered and lives forever changed, mine most importantly. Roger sought the truth and adventure and knowledge, but his journey seemed to have ended in shadow. So I speak of him tonight, not to dwell on sorrow, but to honor the spirit that he embodied. The pursuit of the unknown, and the courage to tread where others dared not, and the belief that humanity's great treasures lie behind, hidden, the mysteries of our past. His loss was devastating to me, but it taught me an invaluable lesson. The pursuit of knowledge, though fraught with peril, is among the most noble endeavors that we can undertake. It is in this spirit that the Carlyle Foundation was born, and it is this mission that we continue tonight, to uncover, preserve, and protect the legacies of those who may have come before us. The funds raised this evening will support groundbreaking expeditions, protect vulnerable sites from destruction, and shed lights on truths that risk being lost to time. So, as we enjoy this evening of elegance, let us also be bold in our generosity. Let us honor those who have come before and that we may have lost, and those who will most definitely, come after us. Together we can ensure that the stories endure and their wisdom is not forgotten, and that humanity's flame continues to burn brightly against this encroaching darkness. Thank you for being here and your support, and for your belief in the shared dream that we all have. Enjoy the evening, and let us embark on this journey together. And you hear, finish her little speech here. Yeah. And so people, begin mingling in, and she makes her way into the crowd as everybody's mingling around again.
It's quite an interesting art piece. Serena?
Yes, I'm very drawn to it. It's beautiful.
It is quite drawn, yes.
It's an oil painting.
I can't with him.
It's still drawn. I don't understand the problem. Whether it's a pencil or a brush.
Yep.
I'm just eating hors d'oeuvres and
I take that opportunity to let me go
as
and
they go by.
Let me go.
Yeah, go refill my glass.
yes, of course, my dear.
I'm like, my brain is full of static. I'm just like, I'm so like I feel so out of place. Like I'm very calm. Like I'm calm because I'm used to being under pressure, so I'm not outwardly like looking weird, but internally I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. This whole thing, all these people are fucking stupid. All this, just burn it to the ground.
You're thinking
not
this?
that last part maybe,
Okay.
but I'm thinking it's all fucking stupid and that I'm really dumb and don't really understand. Like just genuinely like Mike's real reaction to high art. Like, well, I'm a little bit not quite the same, but like close to it. Like, yeah, it's a thing, but like when people fawn over it that much, it's just static appears in my brain.
You see a striking socialite, maybe in her 30s. She's wearing a flapper dress with black feathers. Kind of bumps into you as you could like ruminating over there. She's has a very confident, I don't want to say seductive air about her, but just confident air about her. Kind of bumps into you.
Does she appear to be on the hunt?
Perhaps she bumps into you. She's like, oh, and she's got like one of those long cigarette things. Yeah, it's like ruminating.
Yeah, just enjoying and I gesture vaguely at the. You know what? I'm not really enjoying the art. Some nice people though.
You're so funny. What's wrong with the art?
I like look. Is Iris? Are you next to me?
I imagine you're both sitting at the bar.
Around. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever we're at.
So I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I just, I'm more into things that are real, a little more tangible.
I'm real, Juliet Beaumont.
Did we agree to give code names or not?
Only her,
Only
to
me.
my knowledge.
At the moment.
Okay, I shake her hand. Declan Webb, nice to meet you.
Oh, what's up, hands? Oh my. What brings you here?
I'm floundering a little bit because because I'm like, because if she's attractive, Declan would find her attractive, but I'm also like not sure what to say, and I'm married, so I'm floundering a little bit. And I'm just like, oh, just here with my friend, and I'm trying to like gently tap Iris, but I end up smacking you a little too hard, like on the back, to try and get your attention.
I'm just like,
mouthful.
You like say, hey, nice to meet you. Spray shrimp at her.
I was gonna say that. Well, that's
yeah,
so weird.
Hi,
Your friend's full of
Nice
shrimp, isn't she?
meet you.
That's just in your name, Juliet Beaumont.
Oh, you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You are too. I love that hair. Oh my.
Thank you.
Where did you get it? Where did you get your hair?
I got it from my mom.
No, you mustn't. No, it can't be true.
I randomly see Iris pulling on her hair a little, like,
Yes.
what the hell is going on over there?
May I touch it?
The static in Declan's brain is increasing. It's now at fever pitches. Just I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
And she leans forward and she asks you, "May I touch it? Your hair. May I touch it?"
Sure.
And she leans forward, and you just get the waft of like smoke that comes off her as she kind of like takes her fingers and pulls. Oh, it is real. And she's looking around, and like no one's paying attention to her, but you all. And oh my, I'm sorry.
Just like
it's magnificent. I was going to ask you who provided it to you, and I would get some of that hair myself.
So
it looks like it is homegrown, and oh my goodness.
While she's talking, like it, so not like I'm not trying to see. I'm still staticky because I'm kind of it's overwhelming to be around rich people in a way. But like she is someone strange, and she's approaching and being weird. Do I feel like she's trying to distract us in like a weird way? Like you know what I'm talking about? Like
I know what you're talking about.
Like she's trying to make us a mark.
Like something that you guys may have done. Yeah, I totally get
exactly.
That.
Like do I feel like she's doing that?
Well, my friend Declan, go ahead and roll me that psychology check.
Could I maybe interest you?
Yes, you may. And what?
In a
yes.
In a charm instead, so I can charm her to revealing that she's really an assassin.
I would love you to do that. Roll me a charm.
Hell yeah! And for like a serious note, I'll ask her. What would I ask her before I roll? I would ask her. Well, let me see if it works first. Then
yeah, sure. Roll first, and then do the stuff later.
It does work.
The role play from there.
Regular success.
So,
charm away.
I'll ask her like
tell me about your scars.
Well, this one. No, I'll see. So I'll kind of. So how about this? How about
Joker over here?
Yeah, right. How
like
about
who
I say?
she came with, or?
I'll say I'll play into it, but yeah, that's a good. So I was gonna say I'll play into what she's asking and answer it, but then I'll ask who she's here with, or like what made you why would you be interested in me? And I'll point to the scar that Abigail gave me.
That Abigail gave me.
I'm not exactly the most dashing figure around here.
No. And she kind of like leans in way too close up against you and like puts her hand where your scar is, and she's like, they all have a story.
Okay, so back to my out of character. Do it like Declan at this point would be sure she's like trying to fuck with me in some way.
Sure.
Whether it's like may doesn't have to be like an assassin. I was joking, but like trying to either get my guard down, like a pickpocket would on the street, maybe, or just like there's gonna be like a proposition coming, like, oh, I want you to meet my friend, or come here and do this. So like, how genuine?
She's just trying to get your money.
She seems very genuine, and the proposition seems very clear.
Okay, so like she wants to fuck, but she's not. But she's not trying.
She's not a hooker.
She's a flapper, not a hooker.
No,
There's
but is
that
that, so
difference.
so I think she's
Escort,
genuine,
escort.
but I think she just wants to fuck. Like she's walking around trying to do that, right? But I think she's genuine about it.
Yeah,
Is that what you're
she
saying?
seems very genuine. Yes, she may seem. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is foppish is when you're like overly intoxicated, right?
Foppish is like just that like superiority.
Oh,
like,
okay. So not that. But she doesn't seem.
That's how I've always interpreted.
Okay, so
I believe that's accurate.
I don't want to say the wrong thing. So she seems she seems like she has been drinking, but she's not overconsumed. Or she seems eccentric and interested in anyone who seems to be interested in her.
Okay. So I'll
Foppish is kind of it's kind of like a vein, but a little more floofy doofy.
Perfect. Okay.
I'll answer her questions. I'll be like, oh, I got this one from I was in Peru, and I'll like take her hand and kind of gently but firmly move it away from my face.
Oh, such strong hands.
Fondling me. Like, yeah, I work with my hands a lot. Still trying to move her away, and then I'm like, I'm trying to look like, so I've turned her away from Iris, but I'm trying to like glance at her to like get her to like the comical like raising my eyebrows almost like, please talk to her, please.
I'm just like, it's all you.
Oh no!
Every time the tray comes by, she's like,
Yeah.
And there's you're
I'm just
joking that he looks like a magician because he's pulling out all these different colors, trying to figure out what to do.
Iris, you say it's all you, and you just look over and you see this lady. She goes, "Were you in the war?" And she takes her arms and tries to put it around Declan. Yes.
I'm about to come over there and just like interrupt and be like,
Yeah,
I feel like this was about the time that I was going to say that like I'm going to go try to talk to Rupert, right?
Yeah, Rupert.
So I was gonna say I'm headed for Rupert, but I noticed the bar and I'm like, Rip.
Yeah, we're both headed over that way to.
Hell yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna try to get either Abigail or Vincent's attention, whoever I could get.
We both see it. Sure. We're like, no, we're going.
All right, so Abigail, you make it there first.
Yeah.
And you see me prying her arms off me again, like kind of pushing her back, being like, yeah, I was in the war.
Oh,
you must tell me.
When you and your war stories.
Oh, who is this divine being?
Hello, I'm Miss Williams. Serena, if you must.
Serena, if you're nasty.
Juliet Beaumont, it is nice to meet you. And this dashing lad next to you, is it your husband? Oh my, you're so cute.
I link arms and I'm like, this is Vincent.
Oh my. And she just takes her arm, she's like squeezing Declan. I just met him.
Like, I'm sorry, can you please not put your hands on him?
Oh. I didn't know you were like that.
He's
My bad.
Yeah.
I appear on her other shoulder. He gets a bit scared at times when there's too much attention, you know.
Scared of a young woman like me? And she just takes her dress and kind of like flicks it a little bit.
I'm about to like knock her to the ground.
This is
like, I'm done.
dying laughing.
So at this point, like, since she hasn't, like, I would be wearing my wedding band because I have no reason not to.
Yeah.
Like, I raise my hand up to her and I tap it, like I flick my finger on my ring. Be like,
they must give those out in the war, don't they?
Oh yes, once you're married, that's when you get one, honey. Why don't you go find someone else?
Oh, I didn't realize you were married to them both.
I'm not.
She's very European.
I mean, yes, I am, but no, I am not.
Declan's brain is melting. He doesn't understand how someone can be so stupid.
Declan,
like,
if you want me to leave, just tell me you want me to leave.
Declan, darling, I need you to come see this.
Can I roll a fast fall? I don't have a good excuse for it, but I'm just gonna try to very politely but firmly redirect her and take her with me to talk to Rupert.
Yeah,
sure. Fast talk me.
Yeah, do it. If you weren't, I was gonna take Declan with me, so you can take her with you to Rupert, and I'll take Declan with you.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Yeah, you were gonna take it. I'm just gonna try. Whoop.
And we'll leave Iris alone to eat shrimp.
She's eating
No,
shrimp.
I need Iris too.
Champagne and
Iris,
shrimp,
if you wanna
baby.
stay, you can
Now I
stay.
understand why her hair's so red. She eats so much shrimp.
Eh,
She's a bit of a flamingo.
yeah. Oh.
I could also persuade her that somebody else is calling her from.
Absolutely. So
Right.
what was your fast talk? Since it is 11:02. So
Your fast talk is 70.
Yeah, okay, I thought it was. So I think that makes that extreme success is a 5th.
stand by. I will tell you if you got it. I just have to highlight your thing. So
It was a 21, which
Under 70.
right?
35. Yeah. So 35 is a hard success, and 14 is an extreme success.
14, yeah. So not quite. Okay, so it is a hard success. Not that it probably matters, but would I know that Rupert is or is not single?
Rupert is. Definitely single. Nobody wants to be with him.
Unabashedly living the bachelor life.
Yeah.
I'm just. Oh, honey, have you met Rupert? And just
Be like, Declan, come with me, darling.
And I'll
Declan gets overwhelmed
run
because I
away
think he may
quickly.
be about to have a flashback. Listen, I haven't spoken to him in a bit, but do you know Rupert?
You literally kind of like take your arm around her, and it's like getting octopus tentacles off of Declan as you like pull her away. She's reaching and grasping everything as you pull her away.
As soon as he gets, as soon as they're unlinked and he gets far enough away, I'm gonna be like, okay, you two. I'm gonna take Declan over here to get him a little bit of quiet time. So if you want to stay here, that is fine. I will go over here. We will just be over there around the stairs. Behind the stairs?
40 feet away at
40
the
feet
table
away.
of O stuff.
Yes. Yes, we're gonna go this way. He needs some not around people time.
I
So we're gonna go
grab
over
a handful of shrimp from the plate
Yes.
as we're leaving and
there.
start.
Oh no, I'm taking a plate.
I'll
I'm
just meet.
starving.
I'll see you later, Declan. And she turns to you. Rupee. Yes, I know Rupee. Blah, 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 blah.
I thought you
And-
would. He's just the best, isn't he?
Let's go talk to Rupee. Yeah.
It's been a long time. I know I must go catch up. You can help me.
And you guys walk off, and you guys go walk off to the other corner to get quiet time, aka plot something, as Iris is still at the bar eating some snackies.
As I'm casing the room and taking her to Rupert, where has Miss Carlyle wound up?
It looks like she's just in a little cluster of a couple people there, just chatting away.
Does she appear to be just socializing, or is she in like a little clique?
She is not in a clique. Surprisingly enough, she is genuinely socializing.
Okay.
The only thing of note that you notice is that clearly there is a butler-like guy, a kind of, now I see foppish. There's a slender, slightly foppish white man with dark hair, butler guy, kind of trailing her a little bit, staying out of the way. And then right by him, you see a very tall, solid man of Mediterranean complexion, very large, bodyguard-like man, following along with him, wherever she
Clearly
goes.
packing.
You would assume so.
I can assume. I just
Yeah.
didn't know if it was blatantly obvious.
Not blatantly obvious, but you would assume so. Yeah, he's even got like the broken nose and like
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's the
Olive
muscle.
skin, scars.
Yep, absolutely. And so with that,
It's Tony.
it's Tony he's got
He
another
never
job.
No wonder he's showing up.
Tony's
Yeah.
got another job.
It's the guy. It's Tony's replacement.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
So it sounds like we have some bar eating, some maybe plans to go talk to Miss Carlyle, and stuff like that. So let's pick up there next time in the midst of this.
I think as I walked off, I think I would just give you like a let's meet at Miss Carlyle in a bit.
Sounds good.
Break away. Iris probably heard that too.
Yeah.
Or at least
Well, I specifically meant it for Abigail,
Yes,
but
okay.
Serena.
Serena.
she's watching.
We're back on normal schedule, right? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
This was the.
We are back in what is the next one? Not the 5th. The 12th would be our next day.
Yeah.
2 days before Valentine's Day.
Heck yeah. And thanks, as always, to Syrinscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com. You've just got to be using it at your gaming table.